master pages. Please use them. If you're working on something that's just a front and a back, it's not worth using master pages. But if you're doing a 16 or a 24-page booklet, master pages are a really important tool. They are for anything that repeats, anything that appears in the same place on multiple pages. Not usually front and back covers, those tend to have their own set of rules, like different margins and larger text sizes, but this is for all the interior pages. So please set your margins, and you can see where the margins are by hitting W to put the view into normal mode. Please set your margins. If you don't set margins and you're working exclusively in preview mode and you're eyeballing roughly where the text should start and how wide the text box should be, if you never look at the document in normal mode, it doesn't always end up in the same place, and then there won't be a consistent amount of space on the left and the right, or maybe the top and the bottom. It may go over in one or two of those directions depending on where text boxes are placed. Then when it gets to Studio, we need to kind of guess at how big you intend the margins to be, and then we set them at that size, and then we go through and make sure everything matches the one that we chose. And in making all that content consistent, making the margins consistent across all the spreads, some text boxes inevitably get wider or more narrow, and then line breaks start shifting around. And in those cases, if margins can be set during the layout process, you as art directors can have more flexibility and more control over all of that and how that ends up looking. Now, we usually have a logo at the bottom right-hand corner of a spread and maybe a please see accompanying information line in the same place at the bottom left. And page numbers. And these are pretty common things that happen in a lot of pieces. You don't need to copy the page numbers, paste them in place, and then retype the new number. You can just set it once on a master page and let the computer do the work for you. So let's go to this master, the C master with the green background. Let's say we want something representing a logo to be right here. And we want something, or maybe we want, you know what, maybe it's not a logo, maybe that's where we put a page number. To place a page number, we go to Type, Insert Special Character, Markers, Current Page Number. Now on the C master, it will look like the letter C. However, let's set this to center, baseline option, cap height, and horizontally centered. Let's say that's what we want our page numbers to look like. Now on the C master, it will look like the letter C. But if we go to the active page, it looks like page 8. And on page 9, it looks like page 9. Now if, let's say, you have a booklet that has all white pages with blue page numbers, except there is one page that has a blue page and needs a white page number. That's okay, you can still apply this master. If you Command and Shift and click on the element, that brings it from the master page to the active page that you're working on, and you can adjust the color or the size or whatever it is that you need to adjust. Now, master pages, they can be adjusted. For the C master, I'm going to right-click and go to Master Options for C master. And here I can change the letter, I can make it a word or a number or whatever it is. I can name it master, I can call it green. I can change the number of pages. I can make it a 2-page spread. And you see up here, this is now a 2-page spread. But since my document is only single pages, only one of those pages is currently being applied. This is more helpful if this document were set up as a spread. And then you can adjust the right and the left. This is helpful making multiple masters is helpful if you, on say, some right-hand pages you need a 1-column setup, and on some pages you need a 2-column setup, and maybe some pages you need a 3-column setup, or maybe you need the logo on some pages and you don't need the logo on other pages. You can make multiple masters. If you're feeling really ambitious, you can even base one master on another, but if you're new to this, I'd recommend against trying that. It can get confusing pretty quickly. In order to apply a master, you can just drag it from the master list onto the page that you're working on. And it's easy to switch between masters that way. And again, if you want to override something, Shift-click and adjust the element. Page numbers on the master page, I've already gone over how to place those, but when you do put a page number on a master page, we recommend putting it at least 1/8 of an inch from the trim size, because that's our default safe area, is 1/8 of an inch from the trim, and make the text box big enough for 2 digits.